Hi, Chris. How important was it for you guys to be able to stay resilient in game one and effectively get the win? I know it sounds a little cliche, but making a statement in game one, I would imagine, takes a little bit of the pressure off you guys moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. You always want to get that first one, put the pressure on your opponent. I think once you get that first win, you can kind of relax a little bit and just play free. And, it's definitely a good feeling starting out 1-0 as opposed to starting out 0-1. So, we're feeling good.
And speaking of being able to relax a little bit, it took some time to get that first run in the fifth inning and, be able to get your first hit in the sixth. How much were you guys able to relax after that happened, knowing that once you get on the board, a lot of good things can happen for you?
Yeah, it was, this first 4 or 5 innings was kind of a grind them out. They were executing their pitches and, we were able to work some walks, but I don't think we got a hit till, I don't know, maybe the 5th inning. Once we got that first run across, definitely, I think we were able to, kind of settle in a little bit, and then we were able to string a few together that next inning. And, once we got that lead, our pitchers shut the door, and they were outstanding.
You played second yesterday. You figure to play in the outfield at some point in this series. How would you describe the way that Globe Life Field plays, not only the infield dirt, but just the vast outfield here?
Oh, yeah, it's got the bouncy turf a little bit, but there's a few fields that have that now, so I feel like we've gotten used to that. I got a ball yesterday in the first inning that it skips a little different off that turf, so it definitely takes some getting used to. You want to get your reps out there, and it's a big field, so I feel like it's definitely a place where you kind of want to string a few hits together. We saw a few balls that were deep flyouts yesterday that could have been different in other parks. So it's definitely a little different playing here.
Finally, for me, CT, you've been a part of this team for quite some time, perennial playoff contenders and this one World Series contenders. How would you rate the 2020 bullpen versus previous years?
I think 17 we had a very strong bullpen. I think this plays right up with that team. Probably top to bottom, this is probably the deepest bullpen we've had, and they've been outstanding all year. They were outstanding last night. It's definitely nice having those guys. Once we get a lead, having those guys come in and, we feel confident they're going to do the job for us.
Next question is from Dave Assay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
Chris, this year you've really improved on what sounds simple, but obviously isn't, swinging at strikes and taking balls. Was that because at your age, there aren't that many players that change that dramatically. So was that something that you really set out to do? And if you did, are there certain drills, or how did you go about doing it?
I think that's probably a byproduct of my mechanics being in a good place, and allowing myself more time to see the ball. I think maybe in previous years when you're constantly getting beat by velocity or swinging and missing at fastballs, it's kind of makes you want to cheat a little bit to hit the heater, and that's when you're vulnerable to the off-speed pitches. So I think this year I've just cleaned up my mechanics a little bit, and I feel like I've been in a really good place where I don't have to think about my mechanics when I'm hitting, and I'm able to see the ball better.
Okay.
Next question's from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Chris, last night when you guys see Clevenger go and you realize it's going to be a bullpen game, what's it like in the clubhouse? Not the clubhouse, in the dugout. Are you guys firing up iPads? Are you passing around scouting reports? Are you talking about, the pictures you can see and what guys at the plate are seeing from them?
I think we were pretty prepared for, we had a feeling we might see quite a few arms. We know they like going to their bullpen at any point in the game. And we knew there was a chance Clevenger wasn't built up to go deep into the game. So, obviously we didn't expect him to come out as early as he did. It was unfortunate. I hope he's okay. But, I think we were prepared to see the bullpen pretty early on.
And then tonight with Davies, he's a guy who had more success against you guys than most pitchers this year. What did you learn facing him this year, and what do you guys need to do maybe a bit better to get him out of the game early?
Yeah, he knows how to pitch. I think with him, it's just a matter of grinding him out and, making him throw strikes. Obviously, he's going to hit his spots and give you some tough pitches to hit. And I think you just have to take advantage of those mistakes and grind them out.
Thank you.
Next question is from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Chris, you talked about how big the field is playing. On that Pollock hit, were you among the guys who thought that was out? I know Cody said he put his hands in the air. He thought for sure it was out.
I was actually kind of putting my batting gloves on and getting my bat, so I didn't see it off the bat. But just based off everybody's reaction, I thought it was going in the second deck. But, yeah, no, that was one of those balls I was referring to that, other parks that might be a homer, but this is a big park, so it took. I think yesterday we got that win because we were able to string some walks and hits together.
Is there anything you can do approach wise to I don't know, play to a field that big? I mean, it's just as simple as just taking more walks, I guess, because I'm guessing you can't really do a whole lot. You want to still hit the ball as hard as you can.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody on our team is really changing their approach. I think we all do a good job of controlling the strike zone, and I think we're pretty disciplined already. So we're still trying to stick with what we've done all year, and we know if we run into one, it doesn't matter what park we're in. I think we got guys that can hit it out to all fields no matter where they are.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Yeah, along those same lines, Chris, the A's and Astros are playing at Dodger Stadium, and they've hit 14 home runs already. May have hit a couple more while I was saying that. Do you miss that?
I don't care how we get the win as long as we win. At this point, stats don't matter. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is the W. So I don't care if we win 1-0 or 10-9. We're just trying to win games.
You did, obviously lead the majors in home runs this year. Do you think that Dodger Stadium had something to do with that?
I don't know. I feel like it's been a pretty fair park. It does travel a little better during the day game, but I think it has more to do with our hitters than the stadium.
Thanks, Chris.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, Eric.
Chris, I'm just wondering, last night you guys were walking a ton. It was a tight game, but were you even aware that you guys didn't have a hit entering the sixth inning, or is that something you're not even thinking about at that point?
No, I think I was aware. It was the sixth inning, so I knew it was pretty deep into the game. And we had strung together like 5 or 6 walks. So we had base runners. We even scored a run, I think, before we got a hit. So, I knew. But like I said, their pitchers were doing a good job executing their pitches. And, it seemed like they were okay with walking us before they were going to give up damage. So, we kind of just had to grind them out and take our walks, and then eventually we were able to get to them.
Thank you.